Marine Corps bomb technician who lost his legs in a blast in Afghanistan, has been a spokesman. And thanks so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me this morning. I appreciate it.
So what do you make of the fact that the biggest game of the year in football, and it sounds like the NFL's okay if somebody kneels because they're going to show it on TV?
Hey, listen, I'm a big Falcons fan. I was there last year, and it felt like they knelt for the whole fourth quarter, so I'm not really a kneeling fan anymore. But I put myself in the middle of this back last year with a tweet that went viral that wasn't really meaning for it to come out even the way it sounded.
Explain
but
what you said.
I said, dear Colin Kaepernick, I may not have legs, but if you're going to kneel, I'll stand with enough pride for both of us. And it wasn't really a hit against him. It was just, this is, if you're going to express how you feel, this is how I feel.
So what would you say to the NBC executives that made this decision? If you could sit in front of them.
Absolutely. Explain your decision. Why are you showing them kneeling? Are you showing them kneeling so we can all record, say, okay, that's who is disrespecting our anthem right now? Okay, I know who that is. But listen, you know, I know a lot of NFL players. I spent the last year traveling, speaking with NFL teams about teamwork and leadership. And most of the guys in that locker room are hungry for a leader and for an influence and for someone to help them make these big decisions and keep their mind right. There are a lot of men standing on the sidelines. That's who we need to show.
A couple of things. NBC's doing the right thing. That's the story. If you're avoiding it, you're avoiding the story, and it looks like you're covering up for people. Number two, I like what they're doing before the game. If Colin Kaepernick has a point, whatever his point of view is, I just say just don't do it during the national anthem. Absolutely. If you feel that way, go do it before the game. Just let us agree that we love the country and stand for the anthem. So I like what they're doing in Minnesota.
I say all the time, the way I got through losing my legs was just simply a matter of perspective. All the facts and situation was the same, but I decided I didn't lose my legs. I got a second chance at life. When we talk about the anthem, the flag, it's a matter of perspective, right? Does that flag stand for the things you disagree with, or the fact you can vocalize that? And we get up in the morning in this country and say, how do we change it and make it better? That's what the flag stands for. It's what the national anthem stands for.
Yeah,
well, we've gotten to know you a bit over the last year, and this is the way you can get to know him. It's called Blown Away, the story of Johnny Joey Jones, and it is a coloring book.
Yes.
Why is it a coloring book? Why did you want to tell your story via crayons?
Well, I was in the United States Marine Corps, so I say SEALs make movies, Rangers write memoirs, and Marines, we make coloring books.
I love it. Well, I mean, listen, we were just talking, Steve and I, with you in the green room. I mean, coloring is relaxing for all ages. This is a great
It's hard to stay inside the lines.
Well, you know, the book...
But how does it tell your story?
Well, exactly. So the book basically tells a portion of my story, my service in Afghanistan, getting injured, and then my recovery, which includes things like a trip to the White House, meeting President Bush as well, getting carried off the battlefield. So it's a way for parents, it's a book for all ages, so it's a way for parents to address some of these things that these kids are going to see more robot legs than anyone, to address these things with the kids in a fun way, break the ice, and get them to understand.
I would say it's very hard these days as a mom to find patriotic material like this that's educational and fun, and you don't shy away from the gore either. I mean, it's kind of interesting, the kind of pictures you have here. You look pretty buff in here, by the way.
Well, you know, artistic liberty.
Yeah.
So Johnny, do you want, when people see you, you know, they obviously see the lights. What is the right thing for people to do when they see you?
Listen, sometimes I wear those big Beats headphones when I go into the airport because people say everything to me. But you know, I appreciate a thank you for your service, or hey, you know, is this from war? I don't mind those conversations. I don't shy away. I'd rather them ask questions and learn than look at me from afar, because if you stare for a split second, I'll see it. Then I'll come talk to you.
What do people say?
A lot of times they'll say things like, if people are just trying to qualify themselves talking to me, so they'll say things like, man, I had both my knees replaced. I know how you feel. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you do. And so,
yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. And sometimes they'll go, where did we get these? And I say, well, I didn't know we got them. But, you know, it's fun. And I get where they're coming from, and I always use it as an opportunity to educate.
Where does the money go for here?
So all the proceeds I make off this coloring book, which are pretty much all the proceeds, go to Camp Southern Ground, which is actually where I work. It's Zach Brown's 400-acre state-of-the-art camp, primarily for kids in the autism spectrum, to show them that they have a lot of gifts and talents. They're not limited, they're adaptive.
Thank you so much.